Hey y'all, we are looking at the histology of the tongue. The apical side of the tongue, the surface of the tongue, is over here. You can see all these papillae, all the bumps, little hills to help increase surface area so that you can taste and also grip things with your tongue, like move things around. You see deep to all this, you see lots of muscle, and the muscle is going every which way. You've got some muscle in longitudinal section, some muscle in cross section, but it's skeletal muscle. And the skeletal muscle is controlled by the hypoglossal nerve, cranial nerve number 12. But we're going to take a closer look at the epithelium. Well, going to take a closer look at the epithelium here on the apical side. We're at 40x right now. Let's go to 100x total. Okay, we got a little bit of a better picture. I still want to go a little bit closer, just so you can see. Here you can see the skeletal muscle, some in longitudinal section, some in cross section. It's a mix of things. But let's go closer still. 400x now. All right. The tongue, we can see that it has many layers of epithelium. This is stratified squamous, non-keratinized, as you'd find it on any mucous membrane. Well, not any mucous membrane. On many mucous membranes, especially ones closer to openings like your mouth or nose or anus or vagina, urethra, places like that. What we're trying to look for right now are these special receptor cells that are embedded in the epithelium. So you've got all this epithelium here, but then if you look in one of these little pores, it's called a taste pore, we see these lighter colored cells forming a circle, a circular structure. There's actually several cells from here down to here. You can see, like, here's one nucleus, here's another, here's another, here's another. There's a bunch of cells all packed in together, and there's a tiny opening, this taste pore right here, a tiny opening to the outside, to the apical side. So when you taste something, you've got food mixed in your saliva, and that saliva mixed in with food can wash over these pores. And then these cells, these gustatory taste cells, can be activated by different things, whether it's something sweet, salty, umami, bitter, or what am I missing? Sweet, salty, umami, bitter, acid, sour. There we go. 5 major tastes. We can taste that with those special gustatory taste cells. These taste cells, this cluster, that's what a taste bud is. This cluster of cells is a taste bud. And these will then communicate to a sensory neuron that will go, depending on which nerve which part of the tongue where we have, it depends, and that'll dictate what nerve we're in, will go to our brain. If it's the anterior 2/3 of your tongue, this is sensed by your facial nerve. If it's sensed by the posterior third of your tongue, it's the glossopharyngeal nerve. Facial is number 7, glossopharyngeal is number 9. And then if it's the very, very back of your tongue and throat, then that would be your vagus nerve, number 10. But you can see that, right, these taste buds are forming these circular structures. Whoops, sorry, I'm moving so much. Here's one taste bud, here's another taste bud, here's another taste bud. So 3 taste buds that are very clear. I'm sure there's more, but these are the clearest ones I can find. Taste buds are special receptor cells, just like what we saw with the photoreceptors and what we're going to see with the hair cells in the cochlea and in the vestibular complex. These are special receptor cells that then communicate with sensory neurons. All right, so this is what you'll need to identify with the tongue histology, identifying taste cells, the gustatory cells. Gustatory is your sense of taste. Please let me know if you have questions. Thanks for listening.